All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Smoke. I'm here tonight with my man Racing Jason.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
I've also got my man Coach here from Illinois,
What's going on, y'all? How you doing?
and then we got a new special guest here tonight, Slammy. So, want to get into some good conversation tonight. Going to talk about a few different things. Jason, I'll let you go ahead and let everybody know what we're going to talk about tonight.
All right. Talk about what's going on with the national tours. Where everybody's batting points and everything, and we're gonna do a preview of this weekend's races. Hunt the front of why not? The Nifty 50 comp games at I can't. I'll butcher it. Mark, not a clue. And this Race Cook Spring Nationals at East Alabama Saturday. Gosh, I forgot where they are Friday, but yeah, sounds
Buckshot.
good.
They're at Buckshot.
Buckshot. That's right.
Buckshot. Okay.
Buckshot.
Yep.
Hey,
Alabama.
yeah, everybody. Hey, it's Coach B here. Tonight we've got a special guest. If you guys tune in on Ripping the Lip on Tuesday nights, you'll know who he is. He's all the way from Columbus, Ohio. He's the man. He was spent the weekend helping Smoke out at Atomic and at Brownstown. So everybody, give a big hand and a shout out to Slammy. How you doing, Slammy?
What's going on, guys? Happy to be
Hey,
here.
good,
Slammy.
glad to have you, boy.
Yeah, it's about
Slammy.
time. I love ripping the lip, man. On Tuesdays, that's the best night of the week right there. Just because you get to hang out with you guys and
Ah,
take a little bit of relief off and just talk about what happened over the weekend and everything like that and what's to come. It's fun.
yeah, it is, man. We appreciate you taking time to come and spend with us on Tuesday nights. You
Oh,
make it that
absolutely.
much more fun, man. So tell us a little bit. You were with Smoke this past weekend at a couple racetracks. You want to
Yeah.
tell us what it was like being on the other side for a weekend.
Well, like I said before, it's definitely something that I've always had an interest in, always wanted to do. But I kind of just kind of showed up. I didn't really expect to be as hands on as I was. I'm always available for help. Anybody that wants it. I'm not a know it all, but I know how to help. So I at least offer my hands in that aspect. But meeting Smoke right off the rip was we waited for what months for that. So that was fun. That was cool to do. But I know he's in a working capacity. He's got a lot of responsibility stuff to do. But I wanted to hang out with him, so I was like, hey, I'll stick around, man. I'm willing to help. I want to see what it's like. I want to be here, and even if I don't do anything, just standing around was good enough for me, and just being there. But being from Ohio and all, and he's at Atomic, I feel like I gotta be the host. I gotta at least offer something.
Yeah,
But you know what? All in all, both nights, um, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I know being like I said, in the grandstands all the time and watching the races, everybody can tell you that. If you've been around the sport at all, you know that there's a lot that goes into that, or any type of racing for that matter. There's a lot that goes into it, but it's a whole different world whenever you get the chance that I got is to actually have my hands on it and do something and just give a helping hand and see how much is actually going on. It's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to be a part of it. And seeing it firsthand, it is crazy how much really goes into it. And you get to see a different face on some of these drivers that were beside us. Like Friday night was a great example. The Longhorn Factory teams parked 5 feet from us. I get to see Brandon Overton get in that car, and I got to see that car get fired up and get heat to it. And Anthony Burrows come out and do what he does, and which he's the best in the business. And not just getting to be there, but to be next to the guys that are the best in the business and doing what they do firsthand. I was mesmerized. I was,
yeah,
just to see that right next to him and witness that is like, if you're as big of a fan as I am or as we are, that's pretty cool to us. To the average person, they just be like, that's just some guy getting in a car. But no, that's an awesome experience is just to see that up close and personal and see the commotion that goes on, The second those cars come off the track, their hands are on them. There's things,
Yeah.
mud's getting scraped, tires are getting, buzzed off and everything, man. That's a part of it. And it's a really, really quick turnaround. And I think to the average person that doesn't know anything about dirt track racing, you'd think, when you think of a pit crew or stuff like that, you're thinking of NASCAR. Like, yeah, they're just pulling in and you're just changing tires real quick and going at it. It's not like that at all. They're looking at every aspect of the car.
Let's say something real quick, Slammy. It's so cool how you become a fan and a crew guy in the split of a second like that this weekend. You went from a fan to working on the car, seeing how it was, and now you can really experience.
Yeah.
I think that's what's so neat about it.
Yeah, it is. And it's, obviously not everybody gets that chance. I'm lucky enough to know Smoke and get to meet him and stuff. So I get that. But had it not been for that, I probably would have never been back there. But it was cool, the change of it, because I showed up expecting to go watch some racing and see how everybody does out on track for, probably some of those guys the first time since Speed Weeks. But it just I got so indulged in it, like you said, just the quick turnaround to I wasn't there to watch racing anymore. I wanted that 79 car to be up front and win it. I was rooting for them, and I wanted what we did and what I saw to take effect and see how it took effect.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told Smoke too, we're back there working on the car after qualifying, and next thing I know, it felt like 5 minutes had went by, and like I heard they fired off a turn 4 to start heat race number 1, and I was like, I heard the motors just roaring. I'm like, whoa, I'm missing the race. But I look back at the car and I'm like, well, we got stuff to do, boys. We got to go.
I told him, I'm like, hey man,
when you hear engine heat, oh man, we got to go.
Yeah, and I tell you, it was like right now, because I went from just standing in the hauler talking to them, watching Shelby do tires and everything, to the car's running, it's out there, we're bolting tires on, it's time for hot laps right now. And that just, if you're not a fan of it the way I am and you don't want to do it the way I do, I can get how that's just kind of boring. You're like, oh yeah, you're back there working on the car. But like, to me, man, I was so pumped and ecstatic. I did not go to bed when I should have on Saturday night. When I got home, I was just like, man, I just did that. That's awesome. And I just tickled to death. And I think that whole 79 team, meeting Billy Hicks is an honor. That man knows a lot about dirt track racing and a lot about racing late models, and he is full of wisdom. He's not just the owner; he is there and he is hands on. He is giving his opinion, and it goes, and it's a good one, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Donald's a great driver. Watching him from the infield and stuff like that. Again, another first time thing I've never done before is watch a race from the infield. Highly recommend that. That is awesome.
Nope.
And I just don't get it. You get less dust in the face. You get to see everything.
You don't get no dust.
Nope.
You don't get no dust in the face.
Nope.
No. And that was awesome. I mean, you should have seen. I don't know if Smoke saw it or not, but whenever you see my face when he walked up, he's like, "You want to go down the infield with us?" I was like, "Do I?"
Yeah.
You just thought Santa Claus just came, man. Do I? I was like, "Yeah, I absolutely do." Man, I'm like, man, but nonetheless, for that being the opening, what I say is the opening weekend of really getting the season started for Lucas. I know obviously Speed Weeks happen and everything, but for that being the opening weekend, I think it was a pretty good one. I think the racing Friday night for sure was very good. Atomic's a good track. It's a racy track.
It's racy.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's fast.
Reminds me of Swainsboro, to be honest with you.
I could see that. Watching the video of
more
Swainsboro, I think I could see that. Yeah.
That place was. I did not expect Atomic to be as banked as it was. And when we showed up, and I got there Thursday night, and they were doing a little work on the track Thursday night, and I looked at it, and I'm like, "Holy crap! This place is way more banked than I thought it was."
Hey, what's a track down here that's banked like Atomic, Smoke?
So we did numbers on it yesterday. Tazewell is only 4 degrees more than Atomic is in 1 and 2.
Oh, wow. I mean, ain't none of the Carolinas banked like Atomic? Not even Cherokee?
Maybe Screven. Screven would probably be your closest one, but it's way more than Screven is.
How about Ultimate?
Okay, yeah. So Ultimate would kind of is still more banked than Ultimate.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah, and the straightaways are shorter. I would think. Way looking at it is, it's a lot. It's not as big as it kind of looks like it is. Like when you walk up there, you're like, it's kind of D-shaped on the back straightaway, so you're never really straight. Is it Ultimate and like Ultimate? You're at least straight for a second or two. You know, so. But man, that place was impressive, man. I did not expect it to be like that when we got there, and I that's definitely now in my top 5 favorite tracks that I've been to.
Is it Tommy 3/8?
Yes.
Huh?
3/8?
3/8. It's the fastest 3/8 in the country.
Okay. So
It's fast, man. It's fast.
fast.
We were turning 13-second laps. It's fast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to
And
15.
you're on it too. And the run that you could get coming out of 1 and 2, but the run you can get coming out of 3 and 4, man, it's just if you ripped it just right. And I'll tell you something really crazy. So I am in staging, and we're the heat race behind, and I don't remember what heat race we were in, but the heat race in front of us had Dalton Wilson and Turbo in it. I watched Turbo, and we're starting on the pole of the heat race. So I'm the first car, and I'm about 50 to 75 feet from the track. And all you can see when you're in staging is the top lip. You cannot see nothing else. That's how steep it is, right? So when you're up there in staging, you can barely see the top of the cars when they come around that curve. But when they would come out of 2, Dalton and Turbo got together a couple times, and oh my God, to see Turbo's car come off of the back of the track, that was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. And then Turbo swung it sideways at one point and did what he did. And then the whole thing with Tyler Carpenter, man, Tyler Carpenter's crew guys was beside it. Well, he had one crew guy. He was beside us during that heat race. And yeah, you can when you're at Atomic, you're constantly in a curve, so you're automatically looking out of that window, basically. But to see that hood come all the way up in front of his car going down the straightaways, and for him just to not miss a beat and to transfer in, hey man, prop. I commend that dude. I told his crew guy afterwards, I was like, he already had my respect, but boy, if he didn't earn it some more right there.
Yeah. And not only to send it around there and not really hit anybody or make contact and screw anything up with the race, and to continue racing. He didn't go out there and spin himself out and just say, screw it, we'll take the tail. I need to get my hood down. He kept racing. He didn't stop. And I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but at the same time, like, I feel like some of the bigger guys may have just kind of spun themselves out and been like, we need to get fixed, and then I'll go back to racing. Like, that was the first turn in the first lap of the heat race, and he kept going until another caution came out for him to, finally have a chance to go down and get fixed up or whatever. But he's willing to keep going. You're not going to stop him. And
it was very
I have all
impressive.
respect in the world for him. Yeah, absolutely.
It was definitely very impressive.
And it wasn't like he just kind of, looked out the right side of the window and saw the wall and kind of tried to just drive with the wall. He was on the low side of the track, entering low and staying underneath of people and continuing to turn the car and go. I mean, I've never seen it before. I don't know if anybody else. I've never seen that before.
So yeah, it was a good time having you out there, man. I'm glad you was able to come down.
Dude, I appreciate the opportunity.
Jason, what else you got on that fancy paperwork of yours?
Well, let's do this right here, y'all. Let's go to the top 10 in points. We left Florida. We got 3 outlaw races under our belt. We got 2 Lucas races under our belt. Here's where we are in points right now. Let me ask you this. Who do you think is leading right now in Lucas? Who do you think is leading?
Well, it's Moran that's leading.
Yeah.
All right, very good. How about that? Wow.
Yeah.
Anybody have that on the bingo card?
I do. I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you got him winning the championship.
I
You
got
pick
him winning the
on
championship. You know, you know who I'm rooting for.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He
no.
he
No,
is
You know
my
who I'm rooting
Slammy.
for.
I forgot, Slammy. I forgot.
Yeah.
he is my pick to win the championship.
Okay,
yes.
because you did that about a month ago. Okay. All
If
right.
you think a guy from Ohio is going to let a bunch of guys move him around and finish twice in the Lucas Oil 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
not going to happen. It's not going to
I'll
happen.
I'll just say this right here. There's 3 guys that's been extremely consistent out of all the Lucas races so far this season, and you got JD, you got RTJ, and you got Moran. All
Yeah.
3 of those guys have been consistent no matter which track we've went to. They have
Yep.
been inside the 5, at least the top 5, maybe the top 7 range.
Yep. And those guys, I think, out of the whole series, I think are the best 3 at adjusting when they need to in the middle of a race, first time at a track or whatever it is. They're very, very good at adjusting and making the adjustments quickly.
And
Yeah.
then to me, your next tier, you kind of got Albertson, and then you got Overton.
Yeah.
And Dalton Wilson. They're kind of running that 4 to 7 range basically every week.
Yep.
What do you think about that, Coach?
Yeah, I'm right there with you on it. They're the top 3 that you'd mentioned, JD, Devin, and RTJ. I think them boys have probably finished in the top 10 each race they've been in this year, if not top 5. They're really consistent. And, Overton, he's still trying to get his bearings straight. I think once he gets it figured out,
Yeah.
he's going to be tough. Dalton Wilson, he's just had some bad luck.
Yeah,
Wrong
bad
place,
luck.
wrong time. He'll get it together as the season goes on.
Dalton's went through about 3 noses at least
Yeah.
that I know about.
Yeah. He's definitely been in the wrong place, wrong time several times. But
Alberson's had some bad luck. He hurt his engine at Brownstown.
yeah,
At the end of the feature.
At the end of the feature, he hurt his engine again, and he is when I watched him at Bubba switch out a couple cars. They worked one night at Bubba switching over to the backup car till like 1:30 in the morning.
wow, yeah,
Like
busy,
they
man.
they've kind of went through a lot of struggles because like they've kind of been parked to us a good bit. Like and I want to shout. I got to get his name. I don't know his name, but Garrett Alberson's truck driver is probably the one of the most badass truck drivers I've ever met in my life. We talk about this story every week about how he parked Dylan McCowan's toter and trailer in a darn near impossible place to put it in. And I'm still talking about it because it still blows my mind. If y'all would have seen how tight it was between Poncho and Michael Leach, and he put that hauler in there with a telephone pole right there, Brian, you driving the truck, man, you would be so darn impressed if you would have seen him do that. Like, I'm one hauler down, and it looks like there's maybe like this much room in between the haulers as he's squeezing
Enough to put your hand in, man. Just
I
that
don't
much
even
room.
think I don't even think you could have put your hand in between them. So
That's good.
but
It's good.
Jason, what's on your mind about that? And then we'll go to the Outlaws.
All right. Well, you got Devin, RTJ, JD. You got Brandon Overton, Big Perm. You got Garrett Albertson. I don't know about this one, y'all, but Turbo. I don't know if he's going to do the fun tour or not. Huddy, Bishop, and Bruning.
Turbo is on the fun tour. I
That's
think.
what I thought.
Yeah, Turbo's not. He's going to eventually drop off, I would think, too.
He's already going to Hunt the Front this weekend anyway.
Yeah. Bishop. I guess it's just still. They're still like they went to a backup car the other night. I've seen them go to a backup car a couple times so far this year. They've had some unfortunate misluck on times. They've struggled a little bit at times, but they've been impressive a couple times. So I mean, he's in that transition phase too. He's been in that Longhorn for the last couple of years, and now he's back to that Rocket. So
yeah, but still, though, man, we're sitting here saying that he's struggling, but he's what? What'd you say? He's 6th?
Who's that? Turbo?
No, Bishop.
No, Bishop.
9th.
He's
so
9th. Okay,
he's
9th in the
basically
points.
been. Yeah, he's basically been. So I'm talking about your tiers on where everybody's been, he's been
Mhm.
from about that 7 to 10 range.
Yeah,
He's had to
he's
start at the back a
consistent.
lot, but
Yeah,
he's coming from the back basically.
hey, he's
So
got passing points.
yes.
Yes, he's definitely got passing
I think
points.
he's got the hard charger award more than anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
You get that every week.
Yeah. Just imagine what would happen if he puts together a good qualifying run and a great heat race.
Yeah.
And
He's gonna knock
starts
it out
up
the
front.
park.
Yeah.
Man,
That's what it takes to be consistent and be in the front all the time, and they just haven't had both. They've had one and not the other. I think
Right.
sometimes he's qualified well and then fallen back in heat race and had issues, and then Saturday was a good example of that because I'm pretty sure he started on the pole of the heat race and got spun out, right? I think Saturday night.
He ran out of room. I don't know if he got spun out. He ran out of track.
Yeah.
Who you think's in a bigger slump, B. Shep or Huddy?
Huddy.
I think B-Shep. Reason being, I think B-Shep's been in it longer.
I say Huddy.
Huddy can't get out of his own way right now.
I just don't think I agree with that, but I don't think Huddy's been in the slump as long. I mean, how long has it been since Brandon Shepherd's won a race?
No, so here's why I say Huddy, because Huddy did good for about a month. He was really solid for about a month after he got into that car, and then after that, it's kind of now it's not like I said. He's not been bad. He's another one in that 7 to 10 range. I have also watched him change a couple motors and swap things out a bunch of times too. So he has also had a bunch of issues as well. So, but he's still kind of consistently in that. And there's been a couple times where he's been really good, but he's had an issue. All Tech, he was really good one night. So I don't know what happened, but he was out of the race for some reason or another, but he was really fast.
I remember that. Overheated or something, I think.
Yeah. Something. And then a couple weeks ago, it happened again where it was something like that as well. So,
yeah.
He's been on the verge a couple of times, but like I said, he's another one of those 7 to 10, ranges.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys are what, setting 15th?
I don't know actually.
Last time I checked, you were 15th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're setting 15th.
It sounds something. It's between that. Yeah, that range.
But you picked up a couple spots this week. So.
Yeah, because a couple people dropped out of it, but then we didn't have a good night at all Saturday night at Brownstown, so that kind of hurt us. And we'll get there, man. It's just we got a figuring out process right now, man. Plus the fact that he's been to 3 tracks that's left on the Lucas schedule for the rest of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
He's only been to 3 of the tracks that we will go to
curve.
for the rest of the season.
Hey, it's called being a rookie. It's all good, man.
Yeah. So I do believe he is number 1 still in rookie points, if I'm not mistaken. So there's at least a positive to all that, and that's winning rookie of the year is a great thing. I mean, it pays money. It gets your foot in the door. People notice you. That's what you should shoot for.
That's what we're shooting for. So, Jason, what you got on the outlaw side of things?
What's that guy's name from
he's from Oakwood, Illinois.
What's his name?
He's an operator, isn't he?
Eddie Joe Foster. Is that his name? Yeah, Eddie Joe Foster. No. Yeah, he's up there, man.
Yeah. How big is his points lead?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't write down any numbers because I was rushed for time. I didn't know about this till 5 minutes before we went on. So
it's all right.
I was rushed for time.
I did, but I forgot.
Who else? Because I don't know what's going on too much on the outlaw side of things. I've been kind of
I don't know anything.
Well,
tied up.
Hawkins, because I'm gonna surprise you. 4th is really gonna surprise you. You got Pierce, Gustin, Hoffman, Troutman. Hello.
Hey.
Blair, Ethan Dotson, Cody O, T-Mac, Tanner Ingley, and Dennis Erb Jr.
Dennis Erb had a good run the other night I seen.
Yes, he did. He put it together. Just like y'all said. He qualified good, did good in his heat race, got locked into the show, and booyah, finished what? 4th. So, yes.
Well, he was also didn't he also stay out of that big wreck, or was he part of that?
He spun. He spun just to, not to get caught up in the thing.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
instead
'cause
of going nose first, he spun.
you don't see too many 12-car pileups in dirt.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
big one, on lap 2.
I don't
Yeah.
want to see one of them. I don't want to see that.
That was the big one, bro.
I don't know
was
why
Yeah.
you don't want to see it. That's sheet metal heaven for you.
I ain't like. I mean, I love sheet metal, but I'm on a whole different aspect now of it.
Yeah.
After
I
that wreck,
don't-
I thought about Smoke. He could have got a Brent Larson. He could have racked up on Tristan Chamberlain, but he already got
Yes.
a door. He could have racked up on Tristan TC, man. Oh my god.
See, and that's another
Yeah.
thing too. I didn't get to experience on the weekend because he did a great job of keeping the car clean. But I thought about it when I was helping fix the nose on Saturday night, and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, man, what if this thing goes out here and gets tore up? We gotta sit here and work on it again just to get it in the box.
Yeah.
That's the other thing you don't think about, man. You gotta
Yeah.
keep things in one piece to get them
Hey,
home.
Yeah.
it's a full-time job. It's not a 9 to
is.
5. I'll tell you that.
No,
It
no,
is
there's
a
no
7
way.
day, 7 day a week, 10,
Yeah.
8, 10, 12 hours, depending on what all you got going on. So, like right now, we're sitting. We didn't really come away with no kind of bad issues afterwards. We did actually. I seen right before I was leaving yesterday. We cracked one of our headers in half at Brownstown.
Ooh,
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Hello.
One of our right side header was cracked. Like one of the headers was completely in half,
From
and
a claw?
two
From a
or
dirt
three of the
claw?
other ones are cracked all halfway around. So we did
Wow.
sustain that somehow, but that is about to extent of everything. So we're just gonna continue to work over the car, man. We got a couple weeks until we hit Georgetown and Hagerstown
Hagerstown and
and
Port.
Port. So
Pennsylvania, Maryland.
so I will get to experience 3 more tracks that I've never experienced
Mhm.
before. Looking at videos on Hagerstown, it looks like Lancaster.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it looks a lot like Lancaster. So if that's the case, then I feel pretty confident about that.
Oh, yeah.
Say it one more time. Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Okay.
Lancaster, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'm gonna
how
tell you
Donald
right
says
now.
it.
Whenever you go to PA, you better say Lancaster. If you say Lancaster, they will get you. They will
Them
get
fighting
you.
words. Them fighting words.
They will get you. The
Yeah,
Amish will come
horsewhipped
buggies
by
and all.
somebody named Yoder.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
say-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lancaster, PA
Yeah.
is where the Amish are, and if you disrespect their name and say it wrong, they will come at you like the mafia.
Yeah,
That's right.
the Amish mafia.
I am looking forward to going to Port, man, just because how Port sits in the middle of
Yeah.
that town right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Picturesque. Postcard. It's a postcard.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
had a guy on, I remember it's been a little while ago now, but we had a guy on the Tuesday night show that is from that area, whatever. And that racetrack, he told us that racetrack is like embedded in that town. Like they put the town
Yeah.
hall or city, like the council, whatever it is, the government there signed that place, that property, and that track into like, if you're going to do something to it, like it has to be voted on.
Well,
So,
Yeah.
the mayor of Port races a sprint car weekly there.
yes,
Yeah.
same guy told me that. Yeah.
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 And,
Yeah, I
and
think
David
it's a beer man,
Stremme-
Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brett.
Yeah.
And David Stremme actually has his elite chassis shop within a
Very
mile of that
good. Right there.
racetrack.
Yes.
Really?
Very good. Yes. Yes.
Yep. David Stremme relocated from North Carolina up to I don't know where it's at, but I know it's within a mile of the racetrack.
Because that's where
Yeah.
Ashley's from. She's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Preview. Okay, they're calling for rain Saturday in Iowa. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but the nifty 50, like it might get rained out. So 40 plus cars at why not? What you think? Saturday.
I think it'll be a really solid field, man. That's a racy little racetrack, man. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've seen and heard it can kind of be a little bit of hit or miss sometimes. So we'll see how it kind of goes. But you're going to have a good group of cars, man, that's coming there. You're going to have to watch out for Turbo. Turbo's going to be, as Jason would say, a player.
A player. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I'm pretty sure you're going to, after last weekend's strong run with Mr. Ashton Winger, I'm pretty sure I would assume he's coming there too. So
Trey Mills probably be there.
Trey Mills, he's going to get one here shortly.
He is.
Trey's gonna get one real soon, you know. So you got to think about who else could maybe show up.
Well, let me ask you this, Smoke. If you're Sam Seawright, would you? Is he running up the front? Because I know Ray Cook stuff is in Alabama this weekend.
No, Seawright and Michael Page. Him and Michael Page are both running Hunt the front. So both of them.
So there'd be a why not? Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
Seawright's going to be the one to kind of watch for that championship. But I also think Joseph Joyner is going to be a big player in that as well this year.
Hedgecock. Watch out for
Hedgecock. Thank you, Jason. I was getting ready to say that, man. You got to watch out for Corey Hedgecock.
Hedgecock has been pretty good so far this year. I will definitely say that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you got to think about there's going to be a couple other guys that we don't know about. Ethan Dotson will be there. So he better watch out for him.
Yes.
Because he is good there as well.
Yes.
So you better watch out for Ethan. I think he's going to be in the running for it. Do you think Cade Dillard will be there, Jason? That's semi around his area.
If Cade goes anywhere, he'll be in Alabama. He'll be at Buckshot. It's kind of closer to him if he races. I think he'll be at Buckshot or East Alabama. Yeah.
Does Billy Moyer show up to why not?
No, he probably running comp cams. If Bill probably stayed Midwest.
Oh yeah, Billy, you're right.
He'll be running comp cams.
You better watch out for if that race goes in. Shannon Babb is my pick for that race.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, comp cam? No,
Mars.
They're gonna rain out, bro. They're gonna rain out, bro.
Hey, we're not doing that. Here. No more of that.
Don't you do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Facts. It is
not a fact.
It is Wednesday. Okay, so you got a little bit more room right now because it is Wednesday. But don't be no negative Nelly. Like I already had to get in to a little rant the other day because I seen a bunch of people just bashing.
Just shut up, he said.
Yeah.
Just
it's only it's only Wednesday. The weatherman can't report.
Wednesday's a little bit different than Monday, but still I don't even
come on, Karen.
Okay.
New subject. What you got next, Jason? We're gonna end it on one final topic. What you got?
You think Spring Nationals at East Alabama will be on Flow or their streaming services? I like to see that.
Their streaming service.
Oh, okay, that sucks ass. Okay, well, okay, it goes that.
Yeah.
So ever since kind of the little issue with last year, kind of I don't know because the Hunt the Front used to do a bunch of their stuff. I don't know. There a bunch of tracks now are just trying to figure out a way to make their own profit, basically. Yeah. And I mean, you can't really fault the tracks for that. As a fan, that sucks but I'll be honest with you, if I'm 3 hours from away, if I can't make it to Cherokee, I'm probably gonna pay $20 to watch that race if I can't make it to March Madness or Blue Gray.
Yeah.
You know, because that race is important to you. So that race would be important to somebody. So I mean,
yeah. What time will be at the house Saturday to go? Why not?
We better leave early Friday at the work. I considered it for a minute. Actually,
I thought about it today at work, man. I was like, man, I don't know.
Because before the year started with, we were full. Because this is my birthday weekend. I've got like a week or two off right now. Like I'm itching to go do something right now. So
not having any work is different. He's not used to all that.
I just want to go somewhere, man. So like.
I'm just curious. Is that 5.5 hours? How long is that?
It's like 8.
Oh, that's what I thought too. Okay.
You could almost be here.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I've done kind of drove up and down a good little bit so far this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I want to make the 8 hours.
Yeah, we'll take the weekend off, man.
He's got a lot of hours ahead of him too. The season's just getting started.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you got 40-something races to go, Smoke, so hang
Wait
in
till
there.
wait till you
After
go out
these
to
next 2
Dakotas.
weeks that I've got, it is going to be full blown. We'll be in North Carolina for about 3 weeks before at least 2 weeks before we head up to Georgetown and Maryland and Pennsylvania. So, and then
Awesome.
and then as soon as we leave there, we go to Circle City in Indiana, Indianapolis, then we got Florence that weekend. The weekend after that is Farmer City and Fairbury, and so on and so
Okay, I don't
forth.
want to hear no more. Screw you. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to hear no more of that. I don't want to hear no more of that.
Here's the real question, Jason. What are you gonna do without your sidekick this year?
It sucks, bro. I ain't gonna take it a lot, man.
Are you gonna be able to get to and from okay and be in all in one piece? Are we gonna have to take
Hey,
pieces
he's made
pieces
it
off
so
of you before?
far.
Yeah,
He's
he has made it
yeah.
so far, but we're early.
I'm gonna get him to a couple unexpected ones. Hey, why don't you just get in the truck and ride with us there? And I'm gonna make it happen at some point this year, So I'm gonna get him somewhere. Jason, I'll say this, man. Every track I go to, man, somebody's telling me, "Hey, you need to get Racing Jason to come with you, man." And I'm
Hey,
like,
I can second that. I heard it.
I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
I'm like, listen. The
Yeah.
man's only got 2 weeks of vacation. He's using it on Charlotte and Fairbury. It's kind of hard to get him to go somewhere else when we got to leave on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason,
I'm like, his heart is in 2 places, so it's hard to pull him away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, I can vouch for that. I did hear your name come out of a couple people's mouths and be like, dude, you gotta get Jason up here and everything.
Wow.
And I was like, Smoke looked. I'm like, I was actually shocked too. I don't expect anybody to know me. I'm nobody, but Smoke's face is out there more than mine is. And seeing the amount of people come up to him and talk about, hey, I listen to you guys' show all the time. Like I heard, and I was like, man, that is pretty cool, man. We got a lot of listeners out there.
That is pretty cool. Wow.
I'll be sitting there doing tires, and then I'll just look, and I'll just see like 2 or 3 people standing there looking at me, and I'm just like, yeah, I think they want to talk. So I'll just quit for a second. I'm like, okay.
Smoke was the best for that. I'll never forget that one time we was in a souvenir trailer at Fairbury, and I was at the counter. Everything. Smoke said, "Hey man, I think this guy really recognizes you, bro." I said, "What?" He said, "Oh yeah, I could tell the way he's looking there." And next thing you know, about 5 seconds later, he goes, "Hey man, you're Racing Jason." Smoke's good at that. Smoke can point them out. I'm telling you.
I could definitely point them. All right, so we'll end it right here. Brian, give us your pick for the Nifty 50 comp cams in East Alabama. I want to hear everybody's 3 winners. We'll start with you, Coach.
I'm going to start with the Nifty 50, and I'm going to take a Jason Fager.
All right.
The Hunt the Front race, I'm gonna take Sam Seawright.
Okay,
I think he's good.
Good pick.
Spring National. Man, being up here in the Midwest, I don't know too many that's running that. You got me caught off guard.
I have no idea either.
That's going to be a hard one. That's going to be a really tricky one. You're going to have to pull out.
Yeah. Ask me once I see my race pass and see who all signed in.
All right.
I'm at a loss with that one. So
okay.
I agree with you on one of them. I'll say that. I think Jason Fager wins your Nifty 50. I think with Hunt the Front, it's really hard to pick against Ethan Dawson, but I want to go Corey Hedgecock. I think he can do it. I think that's my pick to win the Hunt the Front overall. And for your comp cams, if he shows up, was that the one you said? Shannon Babb will be at that one.
Shannon Babb will be in the Iowa one. He'll go to Mars.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to.
You already picked Fager for that one. You already picked Fager for that one. You don't know the East Alabama one.
East Alabama, that's the one I haven't picked. I'm sorry. I don't even know anybody.
You're like Brian. So Jason's probably going to have somebody at least for that one. Who you got on your pick, Jason?
All right, for Iowa, the Nifty 50. If he's going to show up, I'm going to take Brian Shirley. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good,
All right.
good pick.
For Hunt the Front. Okay, all this is gonna be Saturday shows.
Yeah. Just saying. Yeah.
All right. For the Saturday show, how about this right here, y'all? Running Hunt the Front full time. How about Peyton Freeman?
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
And for the Southern Nationals, Spring Nationals at East Alabama, I'm gonna go with, let's see her. Gosh, I'm trying to think who probably will show up. How about who will show up down there, man?
He's lost like the rest of us.
I know, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to pick.
I don't know who's gonna. I don't know who is gonna show up down there.
I don't know if I've got a guy for that race. I'm sure he'll show up. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he will be there.
Okay, who you got?
All right. So my picks is obviously I picked Bab for the Nifty. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Turbo for Hunt the Front.
Okay.
For him to go back to back because he is the reigning winner of that race. And I'm gonna give a shout out to the guy who does our wrap on our car, Mr. Kenny Collins.
Is Kenny going to? Is he going to?
I would think Kenny's. I would think he would be there.
He'd probably be.
And if he's there, he's gonna have a good chance to do it. So shout out to the real rappers, Kenny Collins. They do the rap for our Billy Hicks Racing number 79 car. So kind of, but I would think he would be there. And if he's there, he's going to be, Jason Welsham's probably going to be there.
Yeah.
You could maybe see Adam Yarborough out there. I could see Ross Bales going out there.
Ross Bales.
Christian Hanger he's running Hunt in front, so he's going to be there. Tyler Millwood could possibly be at East Alabama.
Tyler Millwood's good.
How about? Oh no, Ricky Weiss is going to run Hunt the Front too.
Yeah.
Jimmy Owens is going to run Hunt the Front too.
Yep.
So
that's who's going to be
about
there.
that. Jimmy O's going to be out there. Ooh.
Hey.
So,
hey, what's the guy's name? He might be at East Alabama. What's the guy's name? He I guess he still does. Help sponsor Chris Madden. What's his name from Alabama down there? What's his
Millwood.
name? Nope.
Oh, Billy Franklin. Billy Franklin will probably be there.
There's my pick. There's my pick.
Yep.
I'll take.
I will probably say Ryan Crane will be there.
Okay.
I would think maybe he would be there as well. So first of all, I want to say, Slammy, thanks for joining us tonight, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Yes.
And,
hey, glad
giving
to
us your feedback on how it was to be an honorary crew member this weekend.
Honorary, hopefully turned full time like you. I've been thinking about it ever since.
Hey, if anybody needs some help, my man right here is very willing to do whatever you need to get done. So, Coach,
awesome.
We always appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you
Jason,
very much.
Jason, you are the legend, man. So anytime we get to talk to you and pick your brain about racing, that's a good night right there.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate everybody tuning in to the show tonight. Look forward to it to come. Maybe another special guest next week. So we'll just check back in. Jason, you go ahead and throw us out for the rest of the night, man.
All right. One more little side note. Carson Brown's going to wind out this weekend, so that's interesting.
Oh,
yeah. Probably Luke Morey as well. Luke Morey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Luke's running full time. Yeah. But how about Carson Brown going to wind out? That's more the mission right there. All right. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Y'all be good.
Later.
Later.